Hello to one and all, myself Pallavi Tripathi and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am again here with a topic related with the cell biology only. So that is apoptosis. First of all, let me tell you that for whom this video could be useful. So this video could be useful if you are an aspirant of CUT, UG, PG, NET, GATE, any exam that includes the cell biology. Surely it will be useful. So yes, of course, this is a programmed cell death, also known as PCD. This is a process of programmed cell death, and this is again a very essential part of life cycle in any organism, either plant or the animals. Because why is it necessary? Because it will regulate and adjust the cell population. If there will be no cell death, what will happen? There will be accumulation of a cell, and it can further lead to the tumor formation. So that is the thing. This is a very essential process. You can just see here, this I just mentioned in different color. So you can just see 10 to the power 11 cell usually die in an adult human per day to ensure the tissue homeostasis, है ना. This is to be regulated. So that is the thing. 10 to the power 11 cell die in an adult on a daily basis. So we are going to just see the different cellular responses that are being observed during this process. After this, I will also let you know about the differences between the apoptosis and the necrosis. So the very first cellular changes that is observed while apoptosis is the shrinkage of a cell. Cell just shrink, become smaller in size, and why basically shrink? Due to the loss of the cytoplasmic volume. Then there is the membrane blabbing. This is a characteristic feature of apoptosis or the apoptotic cell. So here what basically happened, the plasma membrane just show the bubble like protrusion, and it doesn't mean that the plasma membrane will lose its integrity. It is intact, but yes, somewhat blabbing will be observed. Then the third is the chromatin condensation, that is the pycnosis. So here what basically happened, nucleus become dense due to the condensation of chromatin. Chromatin start undergo a process of condensation, so that is also being observed. Then the fourth is the nuclear fragmentation, that is also known as karyorrhexis. Here what basically will happen, the condensed nucleus will break into several fragments. That is the fragmentation will take place. Then comes the cytoplasmic fragmentation. After the nuclear fragmentation, cytoplasm will also divide into a smaller fragment. Then the formation of the apoptotic body. Now the cell is broken into small vesicles that will contain the nuclear and cytoplasmic material, including the intact organelles, है ना. So this whole set is known as apoptotic body. Then in the end, of course, the phagocytosis will take place. Let me tell you that apoptosis is an irreversible process. Once cell decide, है ना, there could be intrinsic as well as the extrinsic cause. So if any of the signal is generated and it is being decided that this cell needs to undergo a process of apoptosis or the programmed cell death, then surely it will happen. There will be no, you can say, no regulatory mechanism that it could be reversed. Cell will surely die. So in the end, phagocytosis will also take place. So you can just see here whatever the different terminologies, I just have taken the name, just back. You can just see here cell shrinkage, you can just see the cytoplasm shrinking. Then the blabbing, you can just see the blabbing, plasma membrane protrusion here. Then the nuclear collapse, then the you can just see the formation of a apoptotic body, apoptotic body. Here the nuclear as well as the cytoplasm, both of them are fragmented, but the organelles are intact. Then in the last, what will happen, the lysis of the apoptotic body will take place, and this is the normal cell, So this is the last stage particularly. On a normal basis, what basically happen, how do cell just get the signals? You all know, I also just have told you in the cell membrane topic, that lecture is in my YouTube channel only, you can go through it. So I just have told you about the phosphatidylserine. If you all can remember phosphatidylserine, I just have told you that on a normal basis है ना, or in a normal cell, normal condition, this phosphatidylserine is on cytoplasmic side. But whenever there is a signal of apoptosis है ना, it will just move towards the plasma membrane, means surface of the membrane, and it will just act as a signal है ना for the other macrophages cell that there is a need of killing of this particular cell. So that is the thing. You can just see here, this illustrate a diagrammatic representation of a difference between the necrotic process, necrosis, as well as the apoptosis है ना. So you can just see here the cell undergoing necrosis and the cell undergoing particularly the apoptosis. So this is the fully normal cell. You can just see here the intact nucleus and all the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi, and everything is present and functioning normally. So in case of a necrosis, you can just see here, sorry, this is the apoptosis. This is a process of apoptosis and this is a process of necrosis. So in case of necrosis, I just have told you that membrane blebbing will be observed. So this is the thing. And once the blebbing protrusion start, the integrity of the cell will be destroyed. You can just see here the shrinking of the cytoplasm. So once the cytoplasm shrink, there will be aggregation of chromatin, and the nucleus will also start condensing. Then further what will happen? Formation of a membrane bound vesicle, that is known as the apoptotic bodies. Then further the DNA fragmentation and the degradation of the cytoskeleton. And then you can just see, you can observe the asymmetry है ना. Asymmetry can easily be observed. That is the just I have mentioned that the phosphatidylserine will move from the cytoplasmic to the extracellular side of the membrane, and it will just give a signal to the macrophages cell to come and kill the cell. In necrosis, what will happen? So it begins with the swelling of cytoplasm है ना. Here we just have observed about the shrinkage. Here the swelling will be observed. The cause for the necrosis is always pathological, but the cause for the apoptosis can be physiological as well as the pathological है ना. Both of the causes can be observed for the process of apoptosis. You can just see here the once the necrosis begin, there will be swelling of the cytoplasm and mitochondria, and there will be disintegration of organelle. Then there will be morphological change in mitochondria, although there will be no change observed in the nucleus. This is a point to remember. Then the membrane will lose its integrity, and here the no vesicle formation है ना. Cytoplasm will ooze out into the extracellular space है ना. And this the content once ooze out outside the cell, extracellular side, it will just affect the neighboring cell also. So you can just say in necrosis, group of cell is just targeted है ना. And one more thing, inflammation is observed. Why? As you can just see the process है ना. Answers lie in the process only. Here the cytoplasmic content is coming out, so surely it will just lead to a you can say lead to a inflammatory responses in the nearby tissue है ना. And once the inflammatory response is just observed, it will just give a signal to the immune cell that there is a need to work on, है ना. So that is the thing, that is the basic difference between the necrosis and the this apoptosis. You can just see here whatever just we have discussed through our diagrammatic representation, you can just see here in text form. So apoptosis, this is, yes, of course, active process, ATP dependent process, and this is a passive process, no energy is required. Here this shrinkage is being observed, here the cell swelling is being observed, here the nuclear condensation we have discussed, but not such thing is observed in necrosis. Here the intact membrane, plasma membrane is intact, no inflammation, but here the inflammation is observed. And evolutionary, this is apoptosis is a evolutionary conserved pathway, again an important point to remember. Then this is toxic and specific biochemical mechanism is being observed, as I just have told you that inflammatory signals will be generated, है ना, all these things. Further we are coming to just discuss about the caspase. You all know that apoptosis is caspase cascade regulated process, है ना. So there are different type of caspase. On the basis of the function, they could be categorized in 3 type, that is the initiator caspase, effector caspase, and the inflammatory caspase. So what basically happen in initiator caspase, you can they will, as the name suggests, they will initiate the apoptosis process, है ना. Here are some example of the initiator caspase, that is the caspase 2, caspase 8, caspase 9 and 10, है ना. So they basically, these initiator capsase have long prodomain, that is the card or DED, and that allow them to interact with the adapter protein in the apoptotic complex. I will let you know when I will tell you the steps involved, that is the intrinsic and the extrinsic. These pathway, when I will discuss in another lecture, I will let you know about all these things. Then comes the effector caspase. So these are further you can say activated by the initiator caspase only, है ना. Initiator caspase further activate the effector caspase. And one more thing, caspase are always present in inactive form. Procaspase, है ना, inactive form, they are activated further. So we will see that also. So here these executor caspase further execute the process. Here are some example of the executor caspase, that is the caspase 3, 6 and 7. Then comes the inflammatory caspase. These are involved in cytokine maturation and the inflammation. They are not directly involved in the pathway of the apoptosis, that is the intrinsic and the extrinsic. Some example is being mentioned, caspase 1, caspase 4 and the caspase 5 as well as 11. है ना. So one is more common and they activate pro-inflammatory cytokine. Example are being mentioned, interleukin and the 1 beta and the 18. Then comes the process of the caspase activation. As I have told you that if these caspase will not be regulated, then surely there will be more number of death, है ना. This is a sensitive process, very very sensitive process, programmed cell death. That is the reason these caspase are present in inactive form. So what are the different steps that are being involved in conversion of procaspase to that of caspase, that we are going to just see, है ना. So here you can just see what are caspase. These are inactive zymogens only, and they require a certain modification, that is the proteolytic cleavage for the activation, है ना. So here are some hydrolysis steps that take place while activation of the caspase. So the very first is cleavage of N-terminal propeptide, then the cleavage between subunits, then further the dimerization, then the active enzyme formation. You can just see here some pathways are being mentioned. I will explain when I will explain particularly the intrinsic and extrinsic pathways in detail. So that is the thing. This much for today for this lecture. Thank you. If you really like the videos, let me know so that I can upload such content more and share with your friends who are preparing for such exams. Thank you.